So there's a new survey out today which uncovers how Americans feel about a variety of important topics. Here to talk about it is Hal Boyd and Lois Collins from Deseret News joining us to tell us about the 8th annual American Family Survey. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, first off, well, who did you talk to? What kinds of questions did you ask?
Well, this is the 8th year of the American Family Survey, and we talked to a nationally representative survey of more than 3,000 U.S. adults. And really, we think about the survey as having listening into the kitchen table conversations that are occurring across the country. And we think it's vital to listen to those conversations to understand the political landscape. And there's some areas of concern. And there's also some areas that we found for optimism. One of the areas of concern is we see that there's a diminishment in those who feel like they're achieving the American dream. So from 1980 to today, you see about half of U.S. American adults saying that they feel like they're better off than their parents were. So 1980, you see about 80 to 70% of Americans saying they're better off than their parents. Today, that's about 40%. Now, there are reasons for optimism. Those who are participating in family life, those who are married with children, those who have children or parents themselves, tend to feel a little bit more optimistic about their children's future, which is positive. And we also see a lot of areas for potential compromise. Often we hear about political polarization, but we saw that a lot of American families, there's more room for compromise on culture war issues, on controversial issues than maybe sometimes we often hear about.
So what's your reaction to those findings? I mean, overall, do you think we're heading in the right direction, the wrong direction? What do you think?
So it's a really interesting question to ask, but I think that the thing about the findings is that there's so much room for compromise and there's not as much polarization as people think. There are issues that are polarized. Abortion is an incredibly polarized issue. The Republicans want the states to make the decision on abortion. Democrats want the nation to make the decision on abortion. But when it comes to how we live family life, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent. We love our families. We're happy in our marriages. We want the best for our kids. So my reaction is that there's a lot that we can learn from listening to American families, but there's also a lot that can change. A lot of people can get together around the table and make some decisions that benefit everybody, and it won't matter.
Speaking of that change, I mean, what do you guys hope to see maybe come out of this survey? I mean, you do it each and every year, so maybe we're not looking for monumental change, but what is it exactly?
Probably some understanding of the American family, what challenges them. Inflation's a big challenge. I think we hope that policymakers will look at some of these questions and answers and see where people feel differently maybe than they think they do. I think sometimes our legislators are guessing what Americans want, and this pretty clearly says a lot about what Americans want. What do you think? Yeah,
I would also say, in addition to policymakers taking a look at it and seeing that there is room for potential compromise, particularly in the center, I would say that it's also really important to see that American families do a lot of things that are positive in terms of pooling resources for families, being support groups, combating loneliness. And we see less participation in family life today, and yet the results of family life continue to be very robust and beneficial for people. So I think, well, hopefully people take that information and they apply it.
Yeah, more community, less isolation where possible. It's good for everybody. Hal Boyd, Lois Collins from Deseret News, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all's time today.